Yes, I can't believe I'm here. Well, I'm walking around Walnut Grove, if you can see the water tower there. This is very fucking exciting. I'm gonna make a video in Walnut Grove. I really can't go over in minutes, so hopefully I don't fuck it up. And here's, I can't fucking see though. It should come out. This is the Walnut Grove Bar and Grill. So, even in Walnut Grove, where Laura Ingalls was, people, I don't know if the food is any good, but it's not an all-you-can-eat buffet, so fuck that. But in Walnut Grove, people have to get drunk and act like assholes, and what fascinates me about this is that when I was Laura Ingalls, and when she grew up, life was very difficult, like all that, oh God, having to build your own house, and if you didn't know how to do that, you were up a fucking creek. You were fucking shit out of luck. So, let's fast forward. Oh fuck, is it 106 years I fucked up in the last video. And then because I think she came here in Ottenevan de Or, that's 105 years ago. So that would be, well, oh God, that would, oh shit. So this is 105 years. So would be unto Orta Ive would be, if I could come here in the year 2000 and Orta Ive, that would be 111 years after Laura Ingalls came here. That would be 100 plus 2 fingers up your ass. Thank you, George Carlin, who was not around back in. Now he's not around anymore, and that fucking sucks. He croaked last year. That sucks. All the cool people got to croak. This Walnut Grove Bar and Grill. And another thing, not only does my life suck because Laura Ingalls failed to write about controversial things in her novels, Laura Ingalls was supposed to talk about how she wanted to bring Pa's gun to school and shoot Nellie Olson and have sex with her dead body. She didn't write about that in her novels. No, she was afraid. She chickened out. She was supposed to create controversy. I was Laura Ingalls. We have the same soul. Obviously, I'm a lot feistier in this lifetime. I learned from the mistakes I've made. I don't want to repeat it, But there's another thing. Laura Ingalls, back in Ottenevan de Ive, there's a place in California that opened in the Redwoods, or what the fuck is, near the Russian River, called Bohemian Grove, which is where people hang out, world leaders hang out, very powerful people, elitist of the elite hang out, and they worship Satan, and they suck each other's cock, and they pick up prostitutes, and they get to listen to cool Halloween music. And Laura Ingalls was supposed to write about the cool Halloween music and the Satan worshipping and the gay sex of Bohemian Grove, and she failed to write about that in her novels, and that's why my life sucks. I was punished because I was supposed to create controversy and rock the boat and tell it like it is and talk about real issues, when, oh God. But this is very interesting. This is Olson's Mercantile, which it can't be the same building. It's not the same building. But I'm walking around Walnut Grove, and I put this on YouTube. Going around the corner here. How much time have I got left here? I can't go over in a minute. This is going to be one hell of an interesting video. There's railroad tracks. Which time? I got about 5 minutes left. Yes, Laura Ingalls was supposed to, obviously talk about how she got it right when she talked about how she hated Nellie Olson, but she was supposed to mention that Nellie Olson was a fucking cunt. And she failed to mention that. Can you imagine how interesting it would be, how interesting watching Little House on the Prairie would be if Laura Ingalls called Nellie Olson a fucking cunt? That would be fucking cool. And like I say, I enjoyed watching Little House on the Prairie, and it's because I was Laura Ingalls. I hated every family-oriented TV show except Little House on the Prairie. So I had to be Laura Ingalls. That's why I came here, to have a pilgrimage, to remember who I was. Oh God, it's a fucking small, speaking of Olson's Mercantile, though, it's like, operator right now, and the fucking place is closed already. They closed the store there. It's still open. Grocery store. I might get a couple of things while I'm here to take a couple of souvenirs home with me. There's really not much to do here, but I can sure as hell make an interesting video, and I have an interesting commentary. So, well, Olson's Mercantile, where Nellie Olson lived, that fucking cunt. Well, and after I leave here, I'm gonna go to there's a casino maybe about 30 miles here, and they have an all-you-can-eat buffet. I've never been there before. I sure as hell hope it's good. There's really nothing to do here though, except the Laura Ingalls in the museum, which is everything's all closed already. But I'm hoping to maybe go by the place where God. I'm going to go by the place where Laura Ingalls' schoolhouse was. If I got on the tube to the borough, it's fucking windy. Oh shit! That's why. Remember when I went by the Freemason church, Satan worshipping church. And again, if Laura Ingalls had written about Bohemian Grove in her novels, I ain't making this fucking shit up. She stayed at a house by a guy in California who was one of the founding members of Bohemian Grove, and I'm not shitting you, this is true. It was in Google. So she knew about Bohemian Grove. She was warned back in 2009. They had a speaker at the church here in Walnut Grove talking about Bohemian Grove and how the world elite was going to push their agenda of Satan worship and control. And he warned people. People didn't listen because people are stupid fucking assholes. But that's not the only reason. It's because of Laura Ingalls. And as I was saying earlier, smack my bitch up. Laura Ingalls should have been smacked up the head. God, she didn't. I'm going through all this punishment and pain right now because I failed to write. Because Laura Ingalls failed to write about Bohemian Grove in her novels. I wish there was really nothing to do, but I just wanted to say that I came here. And you look at what has happened in this country in the past. You talk about WWU, the big one. You talk about Hitler. You talk about 9/11. 9/11 would not have happened if Laura Ingalls had written about Bohemian Grove in her novels. This would have all been prevented. It is such a shame, but I'm just trying very hard to get it right. He said hard. He said hard. Well, oh God, I have to. Well, there's really not much else to say, but this is it. This is Walnut Grove. I made it, and it's gonna make. And I probably made the best video in Walnut Grove than anyone in the entire world.